The Metrolink's 12-minute service frequency is all too familiar, but amidst all the engineering works lately, you might have missed that very soon, in fact next Monday, the 30th of March, the 12-minute service we're used to is being cut to every 15 minutes, for every day, not just Sundays, for the next few months, along with other service changes you'll want to know about. So here's why it's happening, and what you need to know. So every route that you see on the network map runs a tram every 12 minutes, but starting Monday, that becomes every 15 minutes. Sections served by two routes like this usually see twice the number of services, running every 6 minutes, but starting Monday, that's going to be every 7.5. Why is this happening? It's mostly to do with tram driver training and recruitment. Around 60 new drivers are joining the Metrolink, and tram frequencies are being reduced to allow space for them to be instructed and the current workforce to be trained on new safety features on the trams. And whilst that reduced tram service runs, trams themselves will also be cleaned and maintained. Now, this reduction in frequency is actually not all bad. In fact, it's pretty good news. Less frequent service means more capacity. More trams will be available, which means more of these double trams will be running across the network. Not to mention that the reduction will reduce delays and congestion across the network, meaning even with the additional waits for a service, your journey won't take much longer than usual, if it does take longer at all. Except, along with this reduction in service, there are other changes to the service patterns, including, sadly, for the Eccles line, the Media City to Etihad Campus service, the orange one, is being withdrawn for the time being, which means all services on the Eccles line are going to run via Media City UK at all times, adding around 5 or 6 minutes onto journeys. And for the first time ever, TFGM will finally be advertising the walking connections to the Trafford Park line more clearly, one of those between Media City and the Imperial War Museum, which I've talked about already in this video. But on a much more positive note, remember back in June when I talked about Crumpsol's third platform? It was opened in 2019 so that services from the Trafford Centre could end their route here, but since then, no Trafford Centre services have ever stopped at the third platform as planned, except during service disruptions, which doesn't really count, until now, because from the 30th of March, you'll be able to take a tram direct from the Trafford Centre to Crumpsall as it was always meant to be. Though I guess this might count as a service disruption as well, sort of. To my own satisfaction, it doesn't count. But how long are these changes going to be in place for anyway? Well, we don't know exactly. TFGM says autumn right now, which is vague. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Who knows, perhaps the new changes could be added in a slightly different form sometime in the future. Basically, what it means for you, at least for the next few months, your journey might look a little different. Remember to look out for the upcoming engineering works because there's a lot and you'll want to know about them, and my coverage of what's happening over on Metrolink Capture, my second channel. And I'll be documenting that and other things to do with the Metrolink in written form on my website. Until next week, subscribe if you like, and thanks for watching.